everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Christina. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
I see Joy is also here. Hi, Joy. And Naim, is it Naim? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
It's Neve.
Neve. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. Happy Thursday. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm glad we actually have a small group because we have a fun activity a little later that I have planned, and I think it's even better with a smaller group. So everyone who's watching this on YouTube in the future, you're missing out. You should definitely come in person for the next time. But this is really fun. I'm so glad you're all here. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So thanks for coming to our core team meeting. We like to do these monthly. For any of those of you who don't know, my name is Rebecca and I'm the operations manager at Autism Tree. I help manage the day-to-day office and everything that we do, all of our events, all of our programs. So welcome. A couple Zoom rules for those who are new. Please mute yourself when you're not speaking. We recommend speaker view for presentation. Video sharing is highly recommended, especially for our core team meetings. I love to see all of your faces. I understand that some people are multitasking. They might have kids at home. That's totally fine. But if you are able to share your video at any point, I'd love to see your face and your smile. Feel free to unmute yourself or type questions and comments into the chat. This is the perfect chance for us to engage with each other. I want to kind of switch it up this core team meeting, and instead of me just talking into the void, I want to definitely hear back from you and engage you as much as possible. So please make use of the chat bar or feel free to unmute yourself, ask questions. Now's the time to do it, and I'd be happy to hear your voice too. A quick update from Autism Tree. Since March last year, when the pandemic hit and shelter in place took effect in mid-March, we pivoted so quickly, all of our programs, and really focused on our social media outreach. So we have now reached over 565,000 people through all of our social media channels. Thank you so much who has been following us throughout this whole entire journey. This is all of our social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Big shout out to all of my amazing interns who help manage those each week. We couldn't do it without them. I could do it all myself. So all of this amazing content, thank you to everyone who has been following us. Our posts have been shared over 970 times. Yay, that's like almost 1,000. Thanks for everyone for engaging with our posts, liking and sharing it with your friends and family. We see that on our social media. We see everybody who's following us. And then we've also provided 367 videos on our YouTube channel as of today. Please subscribe if you haven't. We do post weekly, and there are lots of fun videos to stay connected to our community. We have posted 315 of those videos since March 12th. So a vast majority of the videos that we have on our YouTube channel is because of COVID, the pandemic, and our community really stepping up and serving our kids and families and connecting with them in that way. So big shout out to our program managers and our volunteers, amazing volunteer community partners who have submitted amazing videos like our Reading with Autism Tree series videos, where we have a volunteer read a children's book to our kids. We've now posted 105 of those videos and reached over 48,000 just through that series, and much more. And I'll go a little bit over in detail with those a little later. We've also provided 242 virtual events to date. Which blows my mind. Since March 28th last year, that was our first virtual event. And since then, we've done 242. So that's all thanks to the amazing volunteers like you who can keep this, everything that we do possible each week. We have 3 to 5 events each week, and all of our amazing volunteers are just so integral to every single one of those. We have 14 events coming up between now and the end of April. This month is Autism Awareness Month. Yay! So thanks to everyone who has been following us. We also have 19 of our 20 programs that we offer. 18 of them are virtual, like I mentioned. We've done 242 that fall under those 18 virtual programs. And then we are looking to have one in person, our Bridge to the Beach program this summer. Lots of things are changing with COVID-19 vaccines and everything. So we will definitely keep you updated on the progress of that particular program, if we need more volunteers or not. Last year, we were completely COVID friendly and only limited it to a couple of interns and our volunteer community partners, which was the San Diego Junior Lifeguards, where we pair every kid, HPF kid, with a junior lifeguard. So I will definitely keep you updated. We will have these monthly core team meetings, and I'll keep letting you know about what fun volunteer opportunities are coming up. So I am leading today's inspiration, which I'm really excited about. But before I get into my little inspiration, I'd like to share a little bit more about Autism Awareness Month. We did send out an e-blast earlier this month on April 1st that definitely highlights everything that's coming up this month. It's very special. So I'm going to go over that a little bit. First, we have a 2020 thank you mandala masterpiece. Shout out to Joel Anderson, who is our HPF International Ambassador and artist. He creates all of our awards that we give to our supporters. And 2020 was a big year, obviously. So we wanted to do something out of the box and something really unique and special for those who made it possible for us to keep going during 2020. So to all of our donors and supporters, Joel has made this one-of-a-kind art mandala masterpiece for all of you. He collaborated with Andres Amador, which is a world-renowned earthscape artist. It was so much fun. And Joel has a bunch of symbolism as well. There's this fun video that they created and a little sticker that I created for Joel that represents all the elements of the mandala and represents 16 years of Autism Tree existing and thriving and supporting all of our children and families in our whole community. So special thank you to Joel and Andres Amador for creating this, and especially to all of our donors and supporters who made it possible for us to continue during COVID-19, this pandemic, and switch everything and continue serving our kids and families. A couple of upcoming things for Autism Awareness Month. We do have a parent happy hour happening tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. Big thank you to Wendy Garofalo, who has her hand in every single one of these Autism Awareness Month events. She is incredible. If you haven't checked out her story, she's done 2 lunch and learns, and she has a son, Luca, who has autism, and also runs a side business and sells merchandise and donates profits to Autism Tree. So he wanted to just connect with our parents. And so we planned a happy hour tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be really fun. So for those parents out there, parents only. Then we also have our 1 in 54 Jump with Luca and More challenge, which I will have our volunteer Glenn Lasker. He's going to join us a little later, and he'll talk more about that. But that's happening this Saturday. So volunteers, get ready if you want to do something in person. This is a good opportunity. We also have different sales, shopping for a cause for Autism Tree this month, and a couple of challenges. So the Jump with Luca challenge is you jump 54 times and record yourself and send it to Autism Tree, and we can share it on our social media, and you can tag us on social media. We also have the Blue Thumb Challenge, where you paint one thumbnail blue and then snap a picture and then tag your friend and tag Autism Tree just to spread awareness about autism. Wendy is also partnered with a bunch of other amazing community partners, businesses out there that want to give back to Autism Tree. So Wendy, her Evil hats are really popular and they're so cute. So when you look in the mirror, it says love to yourself, but Evil is love backwards, obviously. So that's now on sale through the month of April. We also have our Tribe Lip Balm. Special shout out to Stephanie Friedman, who is just incredible and so sweet. And she created this company to give back to kids with autism. And she specifically chose Autism Tree. We're so grateful. We also have One Hope Wine partnering with them. If you're a wine lover, we've got sales they're giving back to Autism Tree, and Wick and Vine candles as well. So that's really fun. And also, if you just feel the need to give back to Autism Tree during this month, we encourage you to donate. You can donate by sending a physical check or cash, or you can donate online. It's really easy through PayPal. So that's just my little spiel with Autism Awareness Month. It's super fun. We have a lot of things going on this month, so there's a lot of ways to get involved, especially online on social media. So, inspiration. I wanted to kind of switch it up, and I'd love most of your participation, as much participation as possible. I wanted to do something fun. So who here has, when was the last time that you had like, has anybody ever had like fun on a Zoom call? Raise your hand. Like, do you remember the last time you had lots of fun? Yeah? Okay. Jeff, why don't you tell me what your experience was having lots of fun on the Zoom call? What did you do?
Well, I would probably say from some of the interviews I have done, it was fun to be interviewed for for some of for some of the organizations that I've been a part of and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's been it's been interesting to say the least. I will say. I mean, Zoom's great, but doesn't beat in person.
It's very true. So my goal is to smash that expectation and for us to have like a lot of fun on this Zoom call today. But that's a good example of, doing an interview. That's awesome. If anybody doesn't know, Jeff is an advocate, and he speaks all over the nation, huh, Jeff?
Well, I mean, it's right now it's mostly virtually, but that is my goal. I mean, I've already done one in-person event in Orlando last month, so I mean, it's a step in the right direction.
Yes, and he's from Massachusetts, correct? So
Well, near Providence, Rhode Island. So
got it. Thank you, Jeff, for
no
clarifying.
problem.
Okay, Laura, I saw that you raised your hand too. What did you do that was fun virtually?
Yesterday, I had one of my university, the course meeting, and during the meeting, we played a Cahoots game. So they were quizzing us on, are you smarter than a fifth grader? That was pretty fun.
Oh, I love it. That's really great. I love these ideas for like future Zoom calls that we could do.
Yeah.
Tara's our new operations assistant. So shout out to Tara. You raised your hand too. Do you want to share?
Yeah, I feel like you're like a lot of fun. And I was like, well, I guess that's kind of subjective. I don't know if I've objectively had a ton of fun, but I loved getting to meet John Hickey with you last week. I thought that was so fun. He made me feel so like at ease, and it was fun to just talk to someone new. We don't meet a lot of new people these days. So joining ATPF is fun for me on the Zoom calls now because everyone's new. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that answer. Shout out to John. We love John Hickey, and I don't know if he could be here later, but I'm going to definitely contact him later. But John is amazing. He's the volunteer program director for our HPF USD athletic mentor programs. So he is the amazing mind and heart and soul behind that program and has been running it since 2008. So he is so special, and he has us, but we just did a special announcement this week. He is starting a new feature in our bi-monthly e-newsletter called the HPF Community Corner. So stay tuned for all of that. We're going to be featuring a new USD player mentor every single bi-monthly e-news, so twice a month. So that's going to be really fun, getting to know each of these amazing mentors and kind of highlight them in their story. All right, well, I have, thinking of, on the topic of fun, I did a little research and I found 8 health benefits of having fun. So you have reduced stress, sweet serotonin, improved ability to cope with difficulties. You'd have boosted energy, improving memory and concentration, improving your connection with others, sounder sleep, and positive patterns, which means that basically it's a domino effect. If you start having fun, you'll start doing other things in your life that bring you joy. So keeping these in mind, it's really important for us right now to have a ton of fun, even though we're not in person, and make the most out of these Zoom platforms or virtual platforms that we have going. So with that in mind, I wanted to play a little game. So we're going to do a lightning scavenger hunt today. Has anybody ever done a scavenger hunt on Zoom before? Raise your hand if you have. Okay, awesome. So Christina, awesome. I'm going to explain the rules. So we are going to have 8 really quick lightning rounds. I'm going to list an item and you're going to find the item as quickly as you can. And these are common household items or something that will make you think, yeah, you'll understand a little bit later, but something that you can definitely find in and around your house. And then the first to show the item on the screen wins a point. And then the person with the most points wins the whole game. So I'm going to go ahead and list the items, and then everybody get ready. You can get up and stretch and get ready to go. Awesome. Okay. So your first item is going to be something blue in honor of Autism Awareness Month. Christina, you just had something right next to you. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have you guys share what you're holding. Christina, you can go first. I think you got that point.
So I have candles on my desk, and it just turned out I have a blue candle.
Oh, it looks like, is it a dark blue? It looks kind of black to me.
Yeah, it's like navy blue.
Okay, it still counts. All shades of blue count. Jeff, what are you holding?
Actually, this is a pill box that's right next to my bed. So
Perfect. Something small and perfect. What about you, Tara?
This is my new glass cleaner.
Awesome. Laura, what are you holding?
I'm hiding in the backyard and there were pots behind me, so I grabbed them.
Nice. Very creative. Got to adjust. Awesome. Great job. I'm going to give the point to Christina because she was super quick. She was really lucky on that one because it was right in front of her. I love it. Okay, second one. Grab your favorite mug. Yeah, Tara.
Also blue.
Perfect. I'm going to have you hold it up and share when everybody comes back. Nice. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so Tara got the first one and that one. Tara, do you want to share anything about your mug and why it's your favorite?
I'd like to say I had a super unfair advantage. I'm in my kitchen. I love this because it keeps my coffee warm and I'm the slowest coffee drinker in the world. So
awesome. Okay, Jeff, I think was the second one. Jeff, do you want to share why that's your favorite mug?
Actually, this is really the only type of mug I have. There's 4 like these. I use them to drink my Swiss Miss hot chocolates from. So.
Oh, love it. If it's a good quality mug, then just buy all the same kinds. That's what I say. Christina, I think you were next. What's your favorite mug?
So my favorite mug is, I actually got this from the original Starbucks up in Seattle.
Oh,
So
very cool. I
yeah.
love it. And Laura?
I just showed up at my friend's house to house sit, so it's my favorite mug at this very second because it was sitting on the table.
I
And it's
love
from
it.
the Netherlands, I think. I don't know what that means.
This
Hopefully
is
it's a
awesome. I love that you're still like participating 100%. That makes my day. Naim or Neem, I'm so sorry. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm so sorry. What did you find a mug that you want to share with us?
I couldn't find it, so I gave up and I came back.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can find the next item. Next item, ready, is the most recent book you read. All right. Neem got the first one. Awesome. I'm gonna wait for Laura to come back. I think we're just gonna do 5 instead of 8 because I like having everybody share. Oh, nice, Jeff. I like that you're holding that up. All right. So Neem, you can go first. What's your book?
So I read this to the little girl I tutor. I read it to her over Zoom, so it was right on my desk. That was this morning.
I love it. What's the title of it?
It's called Gabby and Grandma Go Green. It's pretty good. It's a picture book, but it's good.
Oh, so cute. How old is the little girl that you tutor?
She's 5.
Oh, precious. I love it. You should do a reading with Autism Tree book or book video.
Yeah, I should. I didn't even know that that was a thing, so I definitely will.
Yay. Okay, Christina, you can go next.
This is a book that I need to start reading tonight for English.
All right. What's it called?
It's called White Teeth by Zadie Smith.
Do you know what it's about?
No, I can tell you.
You can report back to us later. Jeff, what's I love that you were holding that up. Why don't you go ahead and tell us the title and more about the book?
Well, this is a book called The Neurodiverse Workplace. It's by Victoria Honeyborn. She's based in the UK. And I've recently started collecting books about not just autism, but neurodiversity in general. So it's, I'm not really much of a reader, but I do, I'm trying to be a reader in terms of these books. So, and plus, having these books kind of makes it, more professional and kind of reflects what I'm, trying to do. So.
Absolutely. That's a great book. I hope that I'm going to write that down and maybe I can include it in the recap email to all of you because it seems really interesting. And we are big about autism at work at Autism Tree. Jeff was on our panel, our Living Autistically panel in our 5th annual neuroscience conference. And we also had a panel of CEOs of big companies who are hiring individuals on the spectrum. So we keep saying that we have already raised the first generation of kiddos. We've been around for 17 years. Now a lot of them are growing up and going to college or, moving on to that next transition, whatever that might look like for them. And a lot of that is focused. So we're focusing a lot on autism at work. So thanks for sharing that, Jeff. That's really cool.
Pleasure.
Does anybody else want to share what they found for their book? Nope.
I didn't have.
Okay. Laura, go ahead.
I'm rereading Pet Partners with Heart and Hooves, so to my daughter. So it's not a book, but it's pretty thick.
I love it. Are you at Melissa's ranch? At Hearts and
No,
Hooves?
not right now, but Chloe, just helped with an event in Temecula yesterday. So
So
she was,
awesome.
yeah.
I love it. I was mentioning Melissa Sargent is the founder of Hearts and Hooves Therapy for anybody who doesn't know. And she runs our Heart and Hooves virtual and in-person workshops for our kids. Right now it's been virtual, but we're hoping to do something in person, hopefully at the end of the year. But that's wonderful. Okay, everybody ready for the next one? Something that makes noise. This might be a little tricky. Oh, what are you holding, Neem?
I was fiddling with it, so it was in my hand. It's like a clip, and it technically makes noise if you move it, so.
Nice, creative. Oh, wow, Tara, that's so cool. I love it. Christina, you grab your pet. I love it. Good job, guys. I love all of these. Tara, that's huge. Is that a record player?
This is a record player. I have to tell you though, Christina, the first thing I looked for was my dog, but she's with my fiance right now behind a closed door. And I was like, if I get her now, I can't get rid of her. So yeah, this is a record player that I still haven't bought speakers for. So it in theory, it makes noise, but not right now.
That's awesome. Okay, let's do one more. And Jeff, I see you're holding keys. Very smart. Okay, next one. Final one. Something that lights up. I should have made it more complex. Go find something other than your phones. That's really smart though. Ooh, nice, Jeff. Oh, I love it. Awesome. How cute, Christina. I love it. Each item is so unique. Were you able to find anything, Laura? No.
I was going to
Okay.
unplug a lamp, but that's a lot of time. So
No worries. All right, everybody. I love everybody has such a different item. Jeff, you won that round. Way to go, Jeff. You can go first. What is your item?
This is actually a lantern that I use in the event that I have a power outage. I mean, I have another lantern in my closet, but this is my most recent one, and it's pretty darn powerful.
Yeah, I can see that. It's really bright. It's really smart on you to have an emergency kit ready to go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Tara, I think you were the second one. What did you grab?
I don't know if this counts. Like I can light it with with the fire, with the lighter, but it doesn't on its own light up. So this is creative liberties.
I'll give you half a point. Christina, what is that little necklace around your neck? Is it a necklace?
Yeah, it's a light up necklace from Disneyland.
Oh, it's Disney. Are those Mickey ears?
It makes noise too. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, very cute. I love it. Have you been to Disneyland during this time at all?
No, I haven't. I think it's a combination of me not trying to go into crowds and me like being really busy. So hopefully, knock on wood, I can go soon.
Yeah.
April 30th, it reopens.
Thank you. That was going to
I'm
be
super excited.
Yeah, I thought that, they had shut down for a while. So thanks, Jeff, for letting us know.
Well, I have a cousin who works there, so.
Perfect. I'll have to keep asking you. I know who to go to now. And Neem, what did you find? Was it a lamp?
Yeah, so I got up to look for something, but right in front of me is my lamp and it's already lit up. So it's too heavy to pick up and it's plugged in, but it's right there.
I saw the edge of it, so pretty cool. All right. Thanks everyone for playing. I totally forgot to write down your points, but did anybody have points for have 2 or more points? I think Neem had 1. I think Christina had 2, and I think Jeff had 2 as well. Yeah. So I'm just gonna call it. I mean, you guys are all winners in my book, but great job, Christina and Jeff. And Neem, I trust you too. Great job, guys, on this game. Did you have fun? Nod.
Yeah. It was fun.
All right,
Not
awesome.
more competitive, like the less the stakes, like the more competition. Like I'm just like, oh, we're just playing for points. Yeah, let's do this. Like, so I had fun with it.
I love the competitive aspect. So I wanted to just share a little bit about I was thinking about our core team meetings and how they used to be. And how, gathering in person is so different. And so I found these 2 pictures. The one on the left is the last core team meeting that we had in person at our office before shelter in place. And our HPF board member, Phil Senescal, did our inspiration. And it was such a special time. So I'm looking back on that fondly. And then we also, the one on the right is definitely, I think, one of the biggest core team meetings that we had ever held, and it was my favorite one. We were celebrating, it was in January 2019, and we were celebrating Aiko Voigt, her birthday, one of our HPF kiddos. She's our girls' spokeswoman and young woman. And it was so much fun. Everybody brought a little gift for Aiko to help celebrate her birthday. So I am really looking forward to basically getting back to this in the future. And we moved out of our office. For all of those of you who didn't know, we have moved into a storage unit. It still has the wonderful HPF feel to it. We have our mural. We still have our party like a rock star sign. It's really fun. But we're going to get really creative in the future. We are still planning on gathering, whether it's going to be at a restaurant or at a park. We're going to find a way to get together in the future. So I really just wanted to kind of say that I'm really looking forward to what the future is going to bring for Autism Tree. And although it may look different, it's going to be just as good. So then I wanted to open it up to anybody who is new, which a lot of everybody who are returning, which is awesome. But maybe you might not know a lot about each other. So I wanted to open it up just a little bit for 1 minute. You can let us know a little bit about you. We can go around since we have a small group. This is perfect. You can let us know, are you a new or returning volunteer? Why did you join HPF on Zoom? If you're returning, I'd love to hear, what is your favorite maybe memory or past experience with Autism Tree, your volunteer experience. And then you can also tell us a little bit about you and where you came from or anything that you want to share, a fun fact, your favorite food, whatever it is, just so we can get to know each other a little bit better. So, Tara, I'm going to call on you so you can go on first.
Great. Yeah. So I'm new to San Diego and new to ATPF. I moved from Los Angeles. I formerly worked with a nonprofit with similar goals and missions. Definitely big in the autism community out in Santa Monica. So when I saw Rebecca looking for someone to fill this position, I was like, oh, I really think I could get this. Like, I think I'd be a good match. Yeah, and so here I am. I'm super happy to be here. I moved from, I just said Santa Monica. So yeah, I'm still kind of newish here, came here in December. And what drew me to Autism Tree Project was I was reading the website, like the values and the mission, and just love that it's really about community. So that's what drew me in.
Love it.
And something fun about me. I'm gluten-free, so I like to gluten-free bake everything. You will not find flour in my house, just a lot of rice flour, teff flour, and I can make a mean gluten-free cookie. Thank you.
Ooh, good to know. I love it. Jeff, do you want to go next?
Well, I've been, for those who don't know, I've been associated with ATPF for almost 2 years now. I first came to ATPF when I was doing some researching for conference engagements and just getting involved. And I first came out to ATPF for the neuroscience conference in 2019, and I am also on several committees. In addition to being a core team member, I am also on the, well, I technically still am on the Sweet 16 Gala Committee, which is, which is kind of on hold because of, this pandemic. So, I mean, it's, but, we're going to get, hopefully get this, get the gala off the ground in 2022. So, but I mean, this is a great organization. I've actually set up my West Coast base out in San Diego with ATPF. So that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of where I stand right now. I mean, this is, ATPF is my West Coast base of operations. So.
I love it, Jeff. And we love seeing Jeff at all of our lunch and learns and our core team meetings and basically almost everything we do virtually. I love seeing you each week, Jeff. It makes, we just are so grateful for you and everything that you've done for Autism Tree and to support us. And we want to support you as well. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you feel that. And I hope you feel the love today. And we will see each other in person again soon. Really soon.
Yep.
Neem, can you go next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Neve and I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm a returning volunteer. Last year, I volunteered with the dance program at Tap Fever, and I really enjoyed that. But then I kind of just stopped hearing about it once COVID happened. And then I got a text for today. So now I'm here kind of to find out what's going on. So yeah.
Yay, well, welcome back. I'm so happy you joined us. We are definitely doing our adaptive dance class, and I'll go over all of our upcoming volunteers or volunteer opportunities. So dance class still happens weekly. We were super on top of that at Tap Fever. So I'll talk about that a little later. I'm so glad you're here. Christina, you can go next.
Hello, I am Christina. So I am an intern through San Diego State University. I'm a junior over there and studying, getting my bachelor's in child development specifically. I've started, when did I start working or interning here?
It was this
Like
semester.
February, right? Yeah, the start of the semester. And I can't believe how quickly time has flown. And I'm very excited to keep interning and volunteering with you guys.
Thanks, Christina. Laura, you can go next.
You know what? I really do mean this. During COVID, when they had the drive-through, what was it at Point Loma?
Was it our Winter Wonderland drive-through?
Yes.
It was at USD, yes.
It was such a joy to go there and my dogs and just seeing all the families drive by, and all they wanted was just a moment of that happiness and connection. And it's like a thrill of a lifetime every time to volunteer with you guys. And my past experience is that I am connected to a few families, and we've all done things together through ATPF. And my daughter has always been invited along to join in and everything. So it's just, I mean, it's always been just a joy to join in.
Well, I just love seeing you. You come to a lot of our lunch and learns too, and that makes my heart happy. So thanks, Laura. Glenn, you can go. Thanks, Glenn, for joining. You can go ahead and say a little bit about yourself and share. We're going to talk about your event a little bit later, and I'll give you a highlight. But say a little bit about who you are, how long you've been with Autism Tree, and anything else you want to share about you.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. I just left the office, so I'm sitting in my car. I got on a little late, but better late than never, of course. You know, I've been volunteering with ATPF now for, God, 3-4 years, I think it's been going on. And so that's how fast time does fly. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's brought, you know, it's a special place in my heart, of course. It's brought a lot of joy to myself, and I think it's brought a lot of joy to the people that we've helped along the way. And you know, I'll always continue. It's one of the best groups of people I've ever worked with in my life. You know, I felt welcome from the first time I walked into one of the core team meetings, and I still feel that 3 years, 4 years after the fact. So, you know, I'm here to do whatever I can do to help out the cause and bring the attention to autism awareness to everybody in the world. So that's where I am. So we'll talk later on, guys, in regards to the event. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. And Joy, I know you've got your boys who are running in the background and you're kind of working. If you want to type in the chat, you can just say something. If you want to say something, you can say yes or no.
I'm trying to go off mute. Did it work?
Yes, it did.
Hi. Well, I'm a parent and volunteer. I've been with ATPF, what, like 2 or 3 years now? I don't know. It's all a blur.
I think it's 3 years now.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been so challenging this year with as a single parent, a working parent, and just juggling everything. And I switched jobs about 11 months ago, and the new job is quite busy, and don't have a whole lot of help with my younger son, Jake, with autism, and the older one, Chase, is kind of becoming very teenager and doing his own thing. So it's just juggling. I do enjoy seeing everyone. I miss the in-person things. There's a challenge for me with Jake with the virtual programs because he's so just beyond done with Zoom. From the Zoom school that he had, and he still has a little bit of his services by Zoom, although he's going a few hours a day for school. But his therapy is also by Zoom. So I've been trying to get him to join some of the virtual programs, but he's just not having it. So it's a continued challenge, but I appreciate that they're available, and I'm trying to get him to see those things. I really love how ATPF has pivoted to being able to do things via Zoom and virtually. It's been great to see everyone. It's been great to see that the programs are still offered. I think it's so important, and for those kiddos that are willing and able to do more Zoom, that's awesome. I can't wait until we can resume some in-person stuff. I think they'll be so happy. But I just really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Thank you, Joy. That's a really common story with a lot of our parents right now, is their kids are all zoomed out from school, from therapies, online. It's been really tough. And I just want to give extra love to Joy. And I just am so grateful that you make time to still stay connected with us and join our Lunch and Learns whenever you can, and join these core team meetings and stay connected with us. And I miss seeing your boys, both of them, so much. I definitely look forward to seeing them again. And if we do an in-person event, you'll be one of the first families that I call.
And you would not believe, they've just been growing like crazy this year. And Jake is almost as tall as me, and he's still just 10.
Wow, that's amazing. It's going to be different, seeing a lot of our families again.
Yes, it's been crazy. It'll be great though. It'll be great.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into our events that we have. I know you've been waiting. This is the fun part. You get to know everything that's coming up. So a couple of ongoing virtual opportunities that I always encourage all of our volunteers to get involved with. These are all virtual, so you can do them at home and then send them to myself or Tara. Our Reading with Autism Tree video series, which I mentioned before, reading a children's book, we have a whole playlist on our YouTube channel dedicated to this. So if you would like to read a children's book, please do. We also have our HBF Little Free Library that's available in Point Loma, which is really fun. It's on the Hoff family home on their property, and you can feel free to go there. And we just got a bunch of children's book donated from TVIA SD6. So shout out to Kathy Johnson and Eric Johnson, who were the catalysts behind donating all those children's book for us. So if you're looking for a children's book to read, you can stop by our little free library, or you can find something if you have something around the house. You feel free to use that as well. Our HBF at home video series. This is really fun for anybody to do. You can share your favorite activity and hobbies. We like to see everybody's different personalities and what they like to do and sharing it with our families. Videos really make a difference, and it makes us feel more connected to each other. So a couple ideas: playing an instrument, teaching a dance routine, baking a cake, training your pet how to do tricks, or just videotaping your pet doing tricks, planning a scavenger hunt, making a candle, Rubik's cubing, teaching a different language, doing like a couple different, I don't know, sayings, words that you think might be useful. So we just love people. You're welcome to be creative. And you could submit these to us by sending them via email to me, or texting them. I have my contact information available. We also have a Dropbox link for those bigger files that you can upload easily, and we will share it on our social media. So there's those two virtual series. Then we also have our HBF Adaptive Art program that is sustained by our volunteers and interns. It was created by our program assistant, Alexa, who had her last week with us. She's going onto the East Coast to get her master's in occupational therapy. So awesome for Alexa. I'm hoping to have her on a core team meeting inspiration within the next following months. So you can all say your own goodbyes too. But our HBF Adaptive Art program, she started it with some of our dedicated interns and volunteers. So if you want to get hands-on with our kids and families, this is a great one. You can lead this workshop. We like to do these once a month, and you can pick any type of arts and craft activity. And we also have a lot of volunteer organizations who want to create art kits for our kids. So that could be something that we can work together to distribute art kits to our kids so they can be more engaged in this arts and craft activity. A couple program highlights and from the past month and upcoming events. Our virtual college readiness workshop was run by our amazing past intern, Kylie Rothaus, and her psychology student, her friends, who were from the University of Oregon, and they ran 14 events for us as a project, which was wonderful. And our teens had so much fun. One of them was the college readiness workshop. We like to do these about once a quarter and bring in a different guest speaker to help our those who want to transition into college, give them advice and tips on how to do that. So thank you to Kylie and her friends. We also have our HBF Adaptive Dance class, Neve. I expect you to sign up for our next few. These are happening weekly. We have two different ones. One's for ages 5 through 10, and then 10 or 11 through 15. So two different age groups, both equally as fun. So they alternate weeks as well. This week, I think, is our 11 through 15, and the week after will be our 5 through 10. So super fun. Our summer adaptive dance series kicks off in May as well. So we're going to continue this. Shout out to our amazing community partner, Taffy River Studios, and their awesome dance teacher, Danny. She is so much fun and is great with our kids. So we really love this program. And like I mentioned, here's the ages 11 through 6 16, which is great. Next, we have our Girls in STEM workshop, which is so much fun. And this is run by the Autism Tree Club at Canyon Crest Academy. Yes, there is an Autism Tree Club at a high school. That makes me so happy. And they run our Girls in STEM workshop for us every month. And we have these are usually for girls ages 12 and above. We focus on STEM related activities, and it's really fun. They get to do it once a month. Next, we have our Lunch and Learn series, which I've mentioned a lot already. So if you haven't joined a Lunch and Learn, I highly encourage you to. It has been the highlight of COVID for me. The Lunch and Learn series is the main thing that I really love to do every single week. We feature a different guest speaker every single week with a different background. A lot of it is our people who have been with Autism Tree for over the past 17 years, and them telling their story and getting to know them. I kind of see it as kind of different puzzle pieces in the history of Autism Tree. We have done 46 to date, which is incredible. And we are planning on continuing this on as long as possible and to keep it going every week. So we just had Julie Guy on this week. It was fabulous. Julie did an amazing job. She shared so many resources, and I loved her backstory as well. You should definitely go back and watch it. I just posted it on our social media today and our YouTube channel. And we record these every single week. We also have a whole playlist on our YouTube channel. We also, next week, we have Chris Chirico, who is the former program director at the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation and was at the very first Monday Night Football with Doug Flutie event that launched Autism Tree as a foundation. So he is going to be a really special guest speaker and talking about the autism community and how he's seen it develop over the past 16 years. Also, the week after that, we have our founder and volunteer director of our PLNU Soccer Player Mentor Program, Chris, who will be joining us from Germany, which is amazing. So we do have international people. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I definitely recommend it. That's April 21st. Next, we have our HBF Teen Time. We like to do our Teen Time events once a month at the very least. I'm trying to do a lot more too. If you have an idea to lead a Teen Time event, to do an activity or a game like that Cahoots or like what we just did, I'm totally open to it. Our teens have been just love getting together every single week. And we have a really strong turnout for most of our teen events. So this was, we did a sharing hobbies event with Kylie and her group. And then also shout out to Alpha Phi Omega, who are a fraternity at San Diego State University, and they ran a teen event social hour for our teens as well. So they are so amazing, and I wanted to give a special thank you to them. And yeah. Next, we have our virtual coding workshop. Our coding workshop is run by Anlin Zhang, who is our intern from Princeton, and her younger sister, Hannah Zhang, who just recently got accepted into MIT. Very, very smart young ladies, and they are amazing with our teens and preteens who are a part of this monthly coding workshop. So our next one will be later this month, April 24th. If you're interested in doing coding, obviously they're having a lot of fun in these pictures, so it's really fun for our volunteers too. Next, we have our kids fitness workshops. Shout out to Annika Tillou, who runs these for us, these monthly workshops. She does little fitness exercises for our kids, and just to get them active. And we're all on Zoom for most of the day sometimes, and it's good to get out or to get in your living room and move around. So Annika has done a great job with this, and we plan to keep doing these every single month. Our HBF adaptive art class that I mentioned before, shout out to Christina, our intern on here, for doing the art class. Christina, do you want to share anything about how the last art class went and what activity you did?
Yeah, so Last art event, which was in March, we decided to do a St. Patrick's Day themed one. So we made a little rainbow, as you can see, and it was super fun. It was super cute to see them create their own rainbow, express themselves. And I'm a preschool teacher, so this comes like secondhand. It's like nature to me. So I'm just glad that I was able to lead this event.
Thanks, Christina. I love the idea of the rainbow. And did you have a little pot of gold too, or was it just the rainbow?
No, so I said that you could bring gold glitter if you had any. I had little, like the little gold glitter glue tube, so I put it on my art project. You can't see it, but it was super fun. It's super cute too.
Thanks. Yeah, I love the idea, the creativity. So these are really fun. If you want to lead an art class, please let me know. Next, we have our HPF More Teen Events Sustainability San Diego Workshop Series, which has been going on for the past couple of weeks. We are so grateful to Dr. Laura Rivard from the STEM Outreach Club at University of San Diego. They are incredible, and they have been assembling these kits for our teens. So last year we did a engineering workshop series where we had like 4 or 5 engineering workshops, and they did different engineering activities, each one. This one is all sustainability focused. So they did I think a wind-powered car that they created, and solar-powered things that they create at home, and they're really easy to do. If you would like to volunteer and see our teens create these fun, sustainable themed activities, definitely let me know. They are on Sundays. Our next one will be happening April 11th, which is this Sunday from 11 to 12 p.m. And also shout out to Ian Miller of the Interactive Media Institute, who introduced us to Dr. Laura Rivard. He also runs our virtual reality workshops that we're hoping to get back again this year, which was super fun for our teens. So thanks, Ian. Next, our Hearts and Hooves virtual therapy workshops. So like Laura has, and that I was talking about with Laura a little bit earlier, our Hearts and Hooves workshops. We love Melissa Sargent and from Hearts and Hooves Therapy, and her partner at One for One Foundation, who generously sponsor these workshops for Autism Tree and our families. We're so grateful. Melissa and Michelle do a fantastic job leading these workshops. They usually do different age groups for every workshop. So this last one was for our newly diagnosed kiddos. So they were on the younger side, and we did a little story time. So we're mixing it up, and our next one will be in May. So if you want to do be involved and see all of Melissa's, she has a whole ranch and a bunch of different animals. If you want to see that and get involved, please let me know. Next, we have our Lego therapy workshop, which is run by our intern Santana Getz, and she has done a fantastic job in doing our Lego virtually and doing Lego bingo and advising the kids on how to work together with their parents or their siblings in order to create something and increase their communication skills. So our last workshop was March 20th. Our next one will be coming up really soon, April 17th. These are really fun. Bring your own Legos, BYOL. And if you need Legos to borrow, we do have Legos at the Autism Tree vault. So let me know if you want to volunteer. These are super fun. Our HPF virtual book club. This is really fun. I want to do a shout out to our program manager, Danielle Levy, who has done an incredible job with our book club. And last week, I think it was last week or the week before, they discussed Calypso by David Sedaris, which I hear is a hilarious book. And Danielle does an awesome job doing a reflection and then a discussion. So if you wanna, I definitely encourage all of our volunteers to join our book club. It's really fun. And we also have a large non-speaking typer community that comes onto these book clubs each week, which is super fun. So shout out to Shelly and Otto Lana. Otto is 16 years old, and he's our unofficial book club co-host. So he is brilliant, a brilliant kid or teen, and he has really good impact or in sorry guys, tongue-tied, input on what the book that they're reading. So if you want to join our next one, please let me know. Shout out to HBF board member Wendy Garofalo, who I mentioned previously, who's doing a lot of the Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month events that we have going on. Wendy is so amazing and hosted a yoga class, a donation yoga class, and raised over $500 for Autism Tree through this one yoga class that was at the end of March. So thank you, Wendy, so much. And if you want to meet Wendy, you can meet her if you want to at our next upcoming events, which I haven't gone to yet, but we're going to. Next, we have our NCL Girls Virtual Music Day. That was really fun. So these NCL, we partner with the National Charity League every month for a different girls event, girls only events. So they're girl themed. We usually have some sort of arts and crafts, and we've gotten really creative during COVID. So thanks to the National Charity League for hosting these. The Music Therapy Center of California did our music day. They did a little, it's kind of like we used to do a drum circle every year, but this year it was different, easy to make instruments that you can do at home. So we had one of their interns run our musical day, and they had a blast jamming out together. And next we have our 1 in 54 Jump with Luca and More challenge, which Glenn is the catalyst behind this, as well as Wendy. And so if you want to see it, it's happening this Saturday, April 10th is our live kickoff, and it's also a virtual kickoff as well. So Glenn, now's your time to shine. Go ahead and share.
Well, thank you very much. I'm looking so forward to this. I know it's been hard and we haven't seen one another for this past year and stuff. So this gives us an opportunity to bring a small group of people together. Wendy will be there. I'll be there. Her son, Luca, which is part of the name of the event, 1 in 54 Jump with Luca and More fitness challenge. It'll be fun for kiddos. It'll be fun for athletes and adults that like a good challenge. I have a American Ninja Warrior person of mine that's appeared on television designing the course. So it'll be fun. So Joy, I know you mentioned your son has a hard time sitting around in front of a computer doing on Zoom. So feel free to bring him down to the event this coming Saturday. It's in East County. It should be fun. We'll have a couple of different vendors there, and we'll have donations, a box, we'll have raffles, and it'll just be fun. The music will be on, and kiddos will be able to jump rope. And if you sign up ahead of time on Eventbrite, we can have a jump rope size for you to be handed out at check-in. So if you're interested in doing something like that, even if you're not going to challenge or enter the challenge, sign up early so we can have a jump rope size for you tomorrow and have it ready for you by the time you check in. So look forward to meeting everybody in person, and I hope you all can make it. And thank you, Rebecca, for helping making this happen, because you've been a blessing for me and stuff. You've been my technical blessing and stuff. She's helped me out so much with this. So thank you very much, and thank you for this time.
Thanks, Glenn. It is a $20 entrance fee that will be completely donated 100% to HPF. Like Glenn mentioned, it'll be at a CrossFit gym in East County, which is really fun. So if you want to get active, you can join us for the live kickoff on Saturday. It's also, you can participate at home if you choose to, and you can videotape yourself jumping rope for 54 times and then posting it on social media and tagging Autism Tree, or you can send your video directly to me or Glenn or Tara, and we can post it on our HPF social media. It's all to bring awareness for Autism Awareness Month. And so it's really fun. Definitely reach out to me if you're interested.
And if I could say one more thing, if you do post throughout the month of August, wow, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the remaining part of April, we're going to judge the best challenge best creative challenge throughout the month, and you'll win a nice prize. It could be a nice custom-made jump rope, maybe something else from RX Smart Gear Jump Rope, who is also sponsoring this event. So feel free and to post your challenges throughout the month. It should be fun. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn.
You're
And
welcome.
this in-person event will definitely be COVID friendly. We will all be masked. We will all be social distancing. We will have hand sanitizer available. So we're taking all these precautions, not planning on it to be too big, but we really encourage everybody who wants to come to join us. It's going to be a lot of active fun. Next, we have our Autism Is Workshop, which we just scheduled. Shout out to parent mentor, Therese Davis. She is the mother of Terrence Patridge, who actually is the spokesperson and liaison for our San Diego Symphony Community Partnership. So if you haven't seen Terrence's videos, I definitely encourage you to check them out on our YouTube channel. We post them every week. We send it as an email to our entire database. The San Diego Symphony does the Meet the Instrument program, and Terrence is in his 20s. He's a very young man, and he shares his perspective on each of those videos, and he is a musician himself, a trombone player. So he has a really interesting perspective, and we love hearing from him each week. His mother also about Terrence, he was the star of a documentary when he was very young and first diagnosed, and his journey, which I can include. He did a lunch and learn, actually, if you want to check that out and learn all about Terrence's story. Therese was on the call with Terrence, so you can meet her then. But she developed a curriculum after making the documentary, and it's on educating parents and educators and students on how to interact with somebody with autism, and it's also especially for the school students and the community. So this is an evidence-based curriculum, and it was approved by the Department of Education, California's Department of Education. So she will be leading this workshop, and it's called Autism Is the Interactive Classroom Experience, happening later this month on April 22nd. It will be a nighttime workshop, just one hour. So definitely encourage you to join us then. Next, we have our HPF musical play group, which do happen monthly through the Music Therapy Center of California. They're so wonderful. Shout out to Angie, who is the one who leads all of these musical play groups for us. She does a fantastic job, and the kids sing songs and improve their social communication and social skills. It's a lot about how to incorporate music for those little kiddos who are about ages, I'd say 2 to 7 is the best for our musical play groups. So if you want to sign up, these are really cute to watch as a volunteer. So if you want to get involved, let me know. Next is our Inharmony workshop, which we just scheduled as well. Definitely go and watch Julie Guy's Lunch and Learn. She mentions it and a little bit more about the Inharmony workshop program and what to expect. It's for parents and teachers, and teaches speech and music therapy techniques that you can use with your kids at home or usually at school, but also in homeschooling. So definitely, if you want to volunteer for that, you can. For parents who want to participate, it is a $10 participation fee that goes to HPF and the Music Therapy Center of California, them for hosting it for us. So these are really informative, and it's run by Julie and Angela, who are the co-founders of Music Therapy Center of California. So it's an amazing opportunity. Awesome. Almost done, guys. I know it's been over an hour, so thanks for everybody for being a trooper. What does it cost monthly for HPF to keep our doors open? This has been adjusted for COVID pandemic times. This includes 2 staff. So I myself am the only full-time employee, and then Tara is part-time, and our CFO Caitlin is also part-time. So 2 in total. A rent, which is for our HPF storage unit, and which we call the vault. Insurance, all of our 20 free programs and services, and our preschool screenings are now on hold because of COVID, but we hope to be opening those up again sometime soon. What does it take to keep our doors open? On average, it costs $25,000 monthly to run Autism Tree. So we are so grateful to our monthly donors and people who have supported us through COVID and all of this whole time. And so thank you to all of the donors and supporters for supporting us. And a couple progress to date update, we have now raised 70,732. That's money raised 2021. There is a typo. And this year, and that's 18% of our 2021 operation budget. So thanks to everybody who's been just supporting us and making it possible for us to do all that we do, especially during Autism Awareness Month. This now is the time to spread the word and make our community even bigger. So thanks to everyone who has joined today. I love seeing all of you. And let's take a group picture before we go. Okay, so if you have a camera, I encourage you to turn it on right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I hope to see you again soon on Zoom.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.